What's happening, people? We're back for another video. I, like everyone else in the fucking world, have been nominated to run a 5k. So I'm gonna go and run a 5k here. I'm not gonna video because I really fucking want to do well in it, but I have 2 fucking things recording me, so it'll be legit, don't worry. So completed that, done it in 20 minutes 20 seconds. Wanted to get under, but fuck, I didn't appreciate how tough that was going to be. Fuck that. I was assumed I was like a good kind of middle distance runner. My assumption was wrong. Oh, got some nice packages. The lads at Absolute Grips sent me some of these here up. Put them up here. Some nice fucking veil colours here. I've never used them before, but I know a few lads at the team use them, so interested to try them out. Give me some nice, some white ones and black ones. Might try them. They're nice and sharp too. You know what they'd be fucking good for? They'd be good for deadlifting. From with just with you not wearing shoes. It's not really what they're designed for, but that's in there. Absolute Grips. Thank you for sending them up. And then my boy David McGuigan on Instagram, check him out. He's an entrepreneur. He's like an Amazon marketplace, I think that's how you describe it, and sells a whole load of shit. So he's been selling like fulfill bars and these Rain energy drinks, but you really struggle to get these anywhere. If you've had the fucking melon ones, you know they are, I think, I'm just going to put it out there, they're better than Monster. Unpopular opinion, but it's there, okay? Okay, breakfast time. We've got a bowl of porridge with some protein mixed in and some blueberries. We've got a wholemeal bagel and 2 fried eggs. Plenty of carbs this morning, good bit of protein. Set me up, going to do a wee bit of uni work here now, and then we got some deadlifts later on. Okay, down at the gym here, going to get a lower body session, but really doing some deadlifts. Only shoes as well, kind of moved about some stuff in the gym here. Let you know, or let me know what you think of it. Here, and put it over there, switched that in around there, and kind of just tidied up all these things in here. So basically now, whenever you walk in, there's kind of a lot more open space than we had before. You know, I think probably the space wasn't utilised at work, but it probably wasn't as best as it could have been. So I'm using this time to try and figure that out, and I have a few wee things to buy now over the next while. So when everyone comes back into the gym in a couple of weeks, or well, however long it's going to be, everything's going to be perfect. And I'm just trying to improve the place as much as I can. But yeah. Anyway, deadlifts today. I'm working up to a heavy set of 5, and then just going to kind of do some pull-ups and some wee accessory movements after that there. So that was a tough wee workout. It was good to get the heavy deadlifts in. I've been doing trap bar the past few while, so straight bar was a bit more of a challenge, but it was good. I'm feeling strong. Post workout now, so same post workout I've had the past couple of weeks now. Make up a protein shake and just have like maybe 1 or 2 bits of fruit and then have dinner later on usually. But yeah, good wee workout and a good routine at the minute. I think I felt a wee bit fatigued in the last couple of sets of deadlifts, just from not doing straight bar, I think. Being the killer, and then just a bit of fatigue from this morning, but still feeling strong. We'll chat about strength and how strong you need to be. So, how strong do you need to be to play Gaelic or hurling? I'll give you the short answer, nobody probably knows. What I want to do today is chat about, do you need to go to the gym? If you're going to the gym, what sort of things should you be aiming for? Should you be trying to hit a strength standard? And then what other considerations should you have for your programming for Gaelic? Let's do it. And really, like, how strong do you need to be and how strong should you aim to be? Think about the reasons why we train in the gym. Number one, injury prevention. And then another common question is always, you know, how strong should you be in relation to your body weight? So that's when, like, you'll see recommendations that I've given out of, like, you should be able to deadlift 2 times or 2.5 times your body weight. You should be able to squat 2 times your body weight. You should be able to bench 1.5 times your body weight. There's a lot of different standards, and then I kind of sat and thought about it, and it was like, how number one, how does anybody actually know that, and why am I recommending it? And then number two, it's going to be influenced so much by so many different factors. You know, number one, how long someone's been training, what age they are, the height of them, the weight of them. You know, there's so many factors that can change that there. So to give a kind of one size fits all is probably not a smart thing to do. And then it comes down to the bigger question of, does anyone know if that's actually true or not? For anyone to hit them numbers and be able to consistently hold that through a season takes a lot of training. So, you know, I don't know how realistic some of them numbers are, you know, and you might be able to train to a certain point and hit it, but can you maintain that over a season? It's going to be really, really tough to do. Really, the idea of what these stands are trying to do is trying to illustrate that you need a good level of relative strength, and relative strength being your strength in relation to your body weight. So, you know, the whole idea being if you can produce more force in relation to your body weight, you should be able to sprint further, hit harder. And like most things in strength and condition, you go down a rabbit hole and you sort of question, how does anybody actually know that that is the case, and how do you know that that's what you need to aim for? And if you're maybe new to gym training, if you're a wee bit younger, is it really realistic to aim for those there standards? Is it better to put your time into training for that than training for the sport? And I don't think so, because it takes a fucking long time to develop the strength to be able to hit those standards that are out there. So for injury prevention, sprinting accounted for 26.8% of injuries. That there, if you maybe wanted to reduce the likelihood of sprinting injuries, maybe it's because that people aren't sprinting enough. Maybe look at it as maybe by sprinting more and getting better at it and more efficient at it, you might reduce the likelihood of them injuries. So therefore, maybe gym training doesn't come into play for that there. Maybe you could argue that it's the lack of strength in the muscles that are actually causing injuries during the sprinting, because that sprinting produces more force in the body than anything else. So you could nearly build a real solid injury prevention program just by like having a structured sprinting program. Common was that a lot of injuries seem to happen in the second half again. You could argue is that it's fatigue that's causing that. So whenever you're more, so you could maybe argue that if you had a better conditioning program in place, that could help minimize the amount of fatigue. That might reduce the injuries as well. A question of how useful are them strength standards or something like that there. So there's kind of two sides of the coin with the injury prevention one. I think what that's all kind of saying is that your program has to be well-rounded. So you have to have things that are preparing you for game demand. So structured sprint program, a solid conditioning program that's going to kind of bring you to game demands, but then also doing strength work in the key areas like your hamstrings, your groins, your hips, you know, strength in those areas. I think to maybe put a standard on that there probably isn't realistic. I think it's probably you have to follow a structured plan and not let it overtake your actual game demand training. You know, it has to complement it. So I think to solely aim your training and trying to hit those standards, which maybe a lot of people do, maybe isn't completely accurate and maybe not the best idea. And it definitely shouldn't overtake what you're doing on the pitch. So conclusion, I think the importance is have a balanced program. So try and increase your relative strength in the gym. So try and increase your strength in relation to your body weight, but also make sure that your training is as close to game demands as possible. I think those are the things that make a complete strength and conditioning program for Gaelic, to reduce injury, to maximise power and increase your strength and tackle. I think it's a combination of a lot of factors that'll do that there. So basically, how strong do we need to be to play GAA? Nobody really knows, and probably nobody will know, and there'll be a lot of different ideas. I think basically what I'm trying to get at through this here is that you have to balance in your program, and you have to have a coordinated approach between everything. And ultimately, if you can't put the ball over the bar and run up and down the pitch, it doesn't fucking matter how much you can bench. So yeah, good luck.